Good day, my crafty friends, and welcome to Miss T's Crafty Corner. You guessed it, I'm Miss T. Well, it's Christmas in July, and I'm joining the crafting community in bringing you a Christmas project on today. But before I share what we will be using, I want to take a few minutes and say thank you to all of you, my friends, my colleagues, the Posh Paper Lady family. You all showed up and showed out. And for that, I am humbled. I am grateful. My heart is full that you would respond in such a way and show me the love that you did. Thank you so much. And I'm excited. I'm glad to be back on today with yet another project. So you may ask, what do we have here? For today's project, we will be using the following. We have one piece of decorative cardstock that measures 12 by 12. We will need one piece of scrap. This measures 6 by 9 and 1/4. You will need a few embellishments. I have this beautiful bow with the brad in the middle and a few others that I might use. We will need one piece of chipboard that measures 1 by 5. If you don't have chipboard, this is from a cereal box. Double it over, 1 by 5. We will also be using one piece of acetate that measures 2 1/4 by 6 1/2. If you don't have acetate, you will be amazed at the things we purchase that come in acetate. Cut your own. I know by now you're very curious. What are we making? It's adorable. I thought we would work with the Christmas in July theme on today. May have a little glare from the acetate. But this cutie, this box is 5 1/2 by 2 1/2. Way around and has an adorable top to it. I filled this one with 2 Christmas ornaments. Aren't they just cute? You can put anything in your box. Let's try something else. How about some nice smelling bath bombs? Isn't that nice? This is what we'll be making on today. So let's get started. We will start with our 12 by 12 piece of decorative cardstock. We want to trim our 12 by 12 decorative cardstock to 9 1/2, rotate once, and trim again at 10 1/2. Then we will score. On the 10 and 1 inch side, we want to score at 2 1/2, 5, 7 1/2, and 10. Rotate once clockwise, score at 1/2 inch. Rotate to the opposite side and score at 2. We want to fold and burnish all of our score marks. When we use the term burnish, we're asking you to make smooth or make a crease on the score mark that you have folded. Something that I like to do when watching the Posh Paper Lady, I like to pause every time she gives us a new instruction. And because I'm old school, I also write some things down. I also like to watch the video all the way through before attempting to make it. Okay, everyone, we're finished with all of our burnishing. Now we're going to release some tabs. We're going to completely remove this, and we're going to completely remove this. I hope you're having a great day, and I want to take a moment and give an additional shout out to those of you that are watching in Barbados, Canada, Australia, Ireland, Scotland. So many of you checked in from around the world, and so many of you right here in the United States of America. Thank you. You want to tape or glue this down, whatever your preference is. So I'm going to bring in my glue pad to keep my glue from going everywhere. And I'm going to add glue here and glue this down. And I got some glue on my paper, but I'll wipe that up. That won't be a problem. I've got my little emergency paper towel there. So I get that. Go in with my bone folder and work that glue and get that to lay down. Okay. All right. So now that we've done that, we're going to turn it to the opposite side, take our scissors, and we're going to release all of our tabs. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a slight diagonal cut on all of them. So when I get here, I'm just going to do a slight V up and meet it on this side. Okay, so we're doing that. Same thing here, slight V up and meeting it on this side as well. I'm going to do that here. And then do the same thing here. Okay. So this is what your paper should look like at this point. Bring in our piece of chipboard that is going to be the template for our peekaboo window. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue to the back of it. Decide where I want it placed. In your window, when we put this box together, the glue flap will be at the back. So if the glue flap is at the back, you know that this is your window. And it's the second from the glue flap. So here's your window. So we're going to turn it back over. You go 1, 2, and this is your window. So I decide where I want it to go. That looks like good placement. Now I'm going to bring in my finger blade and I'm going to trace out my window. Now I went to this store called Ollie's after my sister showed on her channel what she had picked up. And I've got one of these, they call them mat that even though I'm cutting into it, it's a self-healing mat. So we will see when I finish this because I'm very heavy-handed. Do the punch. Let's see. And there we have it, my window frame. So now we're going to bring in a piece of acetate. Just going to lay it down, and that is a good fit. I'm going to take it back up, and I'm just going to run the glue around on the paper. So I ran the glue around on the paper. I'm going to take the acetate and just lay it down, and it does fit. So now I will give that a little wipe, wiping away from the window. Get that to lay down. So now that we've got our acetate window in, we want to fold this over and add glue. I know some of you are watching that finger blade. It's amazing when you're crafting, you don't pay attention to the little things like that. We're going to bring the two up to meet. Working from the top, get a good match. At this point, you can run your fingers along, or you can lay it back down, take your bone folder, go in, and work that glue. So if you're like me, you're saying, what about that opening there? So the piece that we cut out, let's add a little bit of glue to the back of it and just lay it down. I need to adjust my camera just a little bit so you can see better. We're going to stand our box up. And we do want to keep all of this on the bottom. I know you're probably thinking, can't we reduce some of that? But you don't want to, because that'll give strength to the bottom of the box. So we're going to add glue here, bring this in. Then we're going to bring the front in to meet the back. There we go. I'm also going to use the same embellishment on this box. So now we're going to make a bottom for our box, along with some of the remaining scrap from this. And we're going to cut this down to 5. Then we're going to score it at 2.5. So now that we've done that, I'm hoping that this will fit securely in the bottom of this. But before we do that, we're going to lay this here, and we're going to bring back in this piece. For our box top, we want to trim on the 9 1/4 inch side our piece down to 4 5/8. We will then turn it once and trim to 4 5/8 again. So then we're scoring at 1 inch all the way around. We're scoring at 1, 1, 1, and 1 again. We want to fold and burnish all of our score marks. Because we're making our top now for this beautiful box. Let's take this piece. You can add a little bit of glue or a little bit of tape. I think I'll just add a little bit of tape for now. Put it together, and let's see if it'll fit into the bottom of the box. Let's see if I can turn that for you. So that fit in the bottom of the box. So the box has a lot of sturdiness now. So now we want to add our beautiful Christmas ornaments to our box. Put a red one, then a white one, and then another red one. Isn't this just cute? So we've got that. So we're coming along. Now we're going to make our top. We have folded and burnished all of our score marks, and now we're going to release our tabs. So we're going to release our tabs. On the box top, I decided to release all of the tabs at once so that I could keep them all going in the same directions. So I'm releasing all the tabs. Then I'm going back and I'm going to reduce them and make just a slight diagonal cut inward, just slight. We want to do this on all 4 tabs, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we've got all those done. I'll bring back in my glue. And just going to add glue, just a little. Move that around. That gets the glue to going in all the different places. Do the same thing all the way around. Add your glue. Work it in. This is coming along good. We got that one. And now we've got this one. So we've got the top for our box. Let's give it a try. And it's a very good fit. Look at there. That's a very good fit. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go ahead and pierce a hole right here. You may want yours to the side, but I'm going to center a pierced hole right here. So now I'm going to bring in my bow and do the same thing. I'm going to make a hole completely through the bow. So I did that. Now I'm going to take my brad, see if I can get it through that hole the very first time since I made the hole bigger. And I got my brad through. Isn't that pretty? And now I'm going to add the brad to the lid. And it goes through well. I'm going to open the prongs on the inside, turn it a little bit. And something I like to do, I just like to cover my brads. So I'm going to take some of this that's left over, cut a piece of it, reduce it a little bit more, add some glue, and cover my brad. I hope that you have been able to follow along with me and that you too will be able to make these beautiful boxes. We've covered the brad and we've made box number 2. Isn't this just lovely? When finished, this box stands at 7 inches tall and is 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches all the way around. Let's bring our second box back in. These are just nice. I know there's a glare, but aren't these nice? This one has the bath bombs in it. I'll just take one out. And of course, you know this one has our Christmas ornaments in it. One last shout out for today to the many of you that have subscribed to my channel. I say thank you. And there you have it, my crafty friends. 2 beautiful gifts that can be easily given to friends, co-worker, teachers. I want to thank you all for crafting with me today. I hope that you've had fun. I have. And remember, it's not how you start, but how you finish. Again, I'm Miss T, and thank you for choosing to craft with me.